There's an almost limitless number of ways that people go about creating links. So in this video, I'm going to quickly run through a few more methods that you may find useful. Or perhaps they'll simply spark ideas related to other things you can do to gather links. Forum linking can be very effective. Here's the basic strategy. Let's say you have a website selling products for scuba divers. You begin by finding all the scuba discussion groups you can. Then you keep an eye on the discussions and answer messages whenever you can. If someone's trying to find a place to buy a product you sell, mention you have it in a link to your site. If someone asks a trivia question and you know the answer, then answer and include a signature line with a link to your site. You have to be careful not to be obnoxious about this process. But if you can spread these links around a variety of forums, it can be quite effective. No-follow links are not as common in forums as in blog comments. Perhaps half the time your links will be follow links, half the time no-follow links. Either way, there's value. People will read your posts, and if your posts are helpful, the links will get clicked on now and then, even if they don't help boost your search rank. Another popular technique is the creation that contain useful, interesting information. These can be helpful in two ways. People may link to the origin page, but you can also distribute your infographics so bloggers, for instance, can post it, and in most cases, you'll get a link back to your site. You can also post the graphics into infographic directories to get links back from the directories themselves and expose the work to more bloggers. Getting links from newspaper and magazine sites can be very powerful. Such links are often high page rank and high trust rank. To do this, you'll generally need a PR campaign. You figure out a hook, a good story that journalists will be interested in covering, then you pitch it to the writers. This can be a lot of work, of course, and your site really must contain something worth writing about. But the links you get will be first class, both in terms of search ranking and direct traffic from people reading the articles. There is another way to get into newspapers. You buy your way in. There are advertorial companies that distribute advertising under the guise of editorial content. And yes, newspapers do run this kind of content. They're not cheap, but can sometimes be very effective. However, the search engines hate these kinds of links if they're follow links, which they often are. It's simply a way of buying links. If search engines recognize content as advertorial, they won't give the included links any value. Don't forget niche directories. Try this. Let's assume you're somehow in the drone business. You sell them, fly them, use them, whatever. Search for drone directories and see what you get. You can do this for any business or product. And here's another type of directory you should consider if your site has a blog directories. There are hundreds of different ways to create links. A little brainstorming can help you find techniques that will work for you. Search on some of these ideas, for instance, and do a little research on how they work.